So you can see here this morning it is -2. I've just had to turn the fan down so you can actually hear what I'm talking about. But overnight we have had snow. Now you most probably can see that the main road here has been gritted well, so that will be less slippery, but don't forget it is still -2, so roads are going to be slippery. A lot of the main roads that have been gritted will be easier to travel on, but remember a lot of maybe the side roads like your housing estates and things like that are less likely to have been gritted, less likely to have had cars moving on it, and therefore those roads will still have a lot of snow on. A lot of the country roads, again, some of those may have been gritted, but don't forget some of those roads may not have as much traffic going on them, and obviously when the traffic starts driving over it does start to mash the snow up, which obviously does help. So you can see this morning I've got my heat on high, thing on full, so that it starts to demist, and I've also got my demister on at the back. You can see where my fluffy jumper's gone all over my black shiny stuff there. Look, paths are still covered, but the roads look fairly clear. The thing to do is to take all your surface snow off. I've just used a soft brush this morning to take loads of that off, and then I've started to mist it. So the reason for taking all that snow off the top is that the last thing you want to do is have a great big lump of snow sat on the top of your roof, and then when you brake it all comes down and goes onto your window, which obviously if it's on your windscreen you won't be able to see. You can see that's demisting nicely. So you can use something like a very soft brush to take off the snow. Don't use something with hard bristles unless you want to hard bristles I should say, unless you want to take all your paintwork off, but yeah, take that off. That'll save you using your hands, which will be cold, but other than that, put some good decent waterproof gloves on and take it off with your hands. Make sure that you've cleared all your lights of snow. There's no point having those covered, people won't be able to see them. I can't show you, but obviously make sure that your number plate is clear as well front. Yeah, clear off your headlights. I'll bring my scraper out in a minute and get all of that off there. Make sure that you clear these. There's no point in looking in your side mirrors if you can't see in them, so clear everything. Don't be in a hurry to go off. Make sure that you've cleared everything so that you can see. They're all nice and clear. Car and takes it, you're not covered on your insurance. If you've got any snow or whatever on your shoes, give them a little bash off when you get in the car so that your feet aren't slippery on the pedals, and maybe even wipe it on a little bit of the carpet up on the side. So remember as well that this is the time of year where you definitely need antifreeze in your coolant. If you don't, then obviously the water will freeze. So also remember, don't start trying to use your wipers while you've got ice or snow still on the window. Let them clear naturally first, because you can obviously damage your wipers. And also don't start trying to use your washer bottle, because your water's frozen when you first start to get in the car, so the heat from the engine will start to melt that water. Another thing to do, just to get your snow and ice off your wipers, just give them a little flap. Also make sure that you're not leaving the house and going out in your car without taking a good coat in weather like this, because if your car was to break down or you were to be involved in an accident and you have to wait outside the vehicle or even inside if it's not running, you want to stay warm. So you can see that we've had snow overnight here, and the paths are still very snowy on the right hand side. This side's perhaps had a little bit of sun, maybe it's melted it a little bit more. But the roads are slippery. It's -2, and even though the road here, they will still be very slippery. And I've already, if I'm off to my first lesson of 2026, and I've already had some idiot overtake me when I'm driving at maximum speed. So yeah, new year, same idiots. But the side roads most probably will still have a bit of snow on. They won't be gritted, they're not going to grit every single road. It's going to be the main road. Don't leave anything late. Don't do any late braking and then find that you're sliding. ABS will be going mental to try to stop you, but if it hasn't got anything to grip on and it's just on ice, then it hasn't got a hope in hell's chance really. of stopping you. So everything that you do, just gentle early braking and a good look before you decide to go, so that you don't do any sudden sharp braking at the end, because if for some reason somebody's following you and they're following you very, very closely, then what you will find is that they could just slide straight into the back of your car. And you know, yes, I know you have insurance, but they write your car off, you're always out of pocket. Insurance obviously is the law, but the person that gets hit always has nothing but inconvenience and usually is out of pocket. And if you've saved all your hard-earned money to buy your car, you want to try to keep it in one piece. So yeah, just take it steady, and just watch out as well for pedestrians crossing the road and things like that, because they might take risks, start trying to run across the road and they've no sense of balance at all, and they could go flying. So just be very vigilant on a day like today. So another thing to remember is making sure that when you're cornering, make sure that you're slow enough before and then gently accelerate round. Watch out for drain hatches as well when there's cyclists maybe travelling on the road near you, because they are icy and cyclists could lose their grip if they cycle over those, or to avoid them they might just swerve round them, not thinking about the fact that you're beside them or behind them. Unfortunately, with the low temperatures like we've got at the moment, this is when these potholes that have already formed are going to start basically getting bigger by the day. Frost gets in there, breaks it up, and then when snow or frost melts or you get some rain, it then starts chucking out the bits, and that's just basically on repeat, and the hole just gets bigger and bigger. There'll be a lot of people driving today that basically are just going to drive their cars as if it's a normal summer's day, and it's not. And it will be those people that possibly drive straight into the back of a car. I mean, look at this, look, you see, like pulling straight out in front when there's nobody behind. So it's like, you know, why take that risk? Why take that risk when the car in road is pretty much driving at the maximum speed, and then pull out and drive at 22, which is basically what this car has done, where it was empty behind me, not one car behind me, they could have waited. And watch for some areas that are shaded, because fabulous one. Okay, so I pulled up there just to highlight to that car behind that I'm not going past. Luckily, obviously, they didn't try to overtake. They could see the blue lights coming towards you. On a snow and icy day, you see it was very busy on the opposite side of the road, so it was important that I held back so that they could then stop and that emergency vehicle was able to get past. So what was I saying? Yeah, watch out for anywhere where the roads don't get the sun, because they are more likely to be slippery.
I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give us a like. If you want to see some more of our videos, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.